The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, and verse 1. Difficult times will come. NOT, the dangers of the last days. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Habashah, Bahara Kakudash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some looking like the heathen. Beginning with the 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. Perilous in the Greek, kalipos. Hard to do, to take, to approach. Hard to bear. Troublesome. Dangerous. Fierce. Harsh. Savage. And that's the times that we are in, man. Right? Now, that being said, real quick, Isaiah chapter 31, I believe. And 1, help not in Egypt, but in God Yahweh. The futility of relying on Egypt. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, the Yahweh Shema Shai. So, depending upon woe, sorrow, it says NLT, what sorrow awaits those who look to Egypt for help, trusting the horses, chariots, and charioteers, and depending on the strength of man, of human armies, instead of looking to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, the Holy One of Israel. Yeah, you Israelites. Alright, hey, woe unto you that depend on this system for comfort, aid, support, strength, and protection. Fox News, breaking identity of alleged Idaho gunman revealed. Now, we're going to play it. And this are times that we are in, man. All right? The times where you think that you could call upon first responders, law enforcement, EMS, firefighters, 911 for aid and comfort. That's being cut, man. Because now they're risking their lives to come. Well, let me rephrase that. Now they're losing their lives to come out to aid people, man. All right? People are setting them up and taking them out. All this is a part of the plan. It's a part of the chaos. I'm not saying that this didn't happen. I don't know. I'm not there. All right? But we got to report on these things to show the hopeful elect of what's to come and what's to happen and what the plan is for the future concerning these things. Now, as always, it's to lead to a digital system, a system of governance, of tracking and tracing, knowing who is who, the age of technology, the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip that's going to be in either hand or in your forehead. Now, when you watch this video, they're going to bring up domestic terrorism. The woman is going to ask, is this a case of domestic terrorism? All right? It's the reason why she put that out there. See, these news anchors and these reporters don't just ask questions because it's on the tip of their tongue or it's on the forefront of their brain. It's a script. All right? Because they want to paint the narrative. All right? This is what's going on. Now, when you get 2 Ezra 16 and 27, so that one man, let's 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So it's going to be dead bodies. Okay, people are going to lose loved ones, and the people that's alive are not going to be comforted. Hey, they're not going to have any type of emergency response to call or to come to for aid and to comfort them, as we read in Isaiah 31. What sorrow awaits those who trust in this system, law enforcement, firefighters, first responders, okay? Because the time that we're in and it's fast as approaching, in other words, it's getting worse, those things are going to be cut off. And what's going on is a part of the plan so that can happen. That's why they got robots, drones with weapons, okay, and things of that nature, a surveillance system, okay, in place for these things, so they could just come and get you, shoot you down on sight, all right, knowing, reading your thoughts before you even think about committing a crime, they'll just come and lock you up without you even knowing, or before you can even finish the thought, all right. That's what this mark of the beast is going to do for them. Now, it says, again, 2 Ezra 16:23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Hey, also no funeral home services. Because, hey, you look up the reports, hey, people shooting up funeral homes now. All right? Hey, funeral homes are getting very sloppy with preparing these bodies. And also, again, family members are shooting up the funeral homes and killing the people that are working at the funeral homes and these morticians, man. All right? And the city shall be cast down. So it's going to be a time of chaos. And there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit. And who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen. And who shall tread them? All places shall be desolate of men. And the form of that is going on now with them coming off the northern kingdom. All right? You don't have no workers. All right? Hey, jobs are shutting down, losing businesses. You know? No merchandise. It says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. You see? So people are going to be needing and wanting aid, comfort, and help, and not going to have it. So you see, all these things are going to be going on during this time, man. And everything is building up to it. Hey, again, verse 27, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. So when you want and need aid, comfort, and just help and support, it's not going to be there for you, man. All right? No one's going to help you. Okay? Again, what sorrows await those who trust on Egypt? It's talking about America. Now, real quick before we play this video, check this out. Because tomorrow, which will be July the 1st, right? Hey, those who are behind on student loans, hey, they're about to start taking, I think, 15% out of your checks starting tomorrow. But real quick, Trump to attend opening of Alligator Alcatraz. Come on, man. Of Alligator Alcatraz in Florida, DeSantis says. You see that? Now, real quick, I think we reported on it earlier. It says, final days until Americans will see paychecks slashed by 15% as 2 million people are 270 days behind on their payments. So you see the times we in. You see how chaotic it's about to get with everything that's already going on, right? And we got another one right here. Then we'll play the video and just let it ride. I think it's like 8 minutes, I think. So we're most definitely in perilous times, dangerous times. So all this just going on, walking without planning, just in la la land, head of your phone. Hey, them days are over with, man. Trump's ice raids on farms risk U.S. food supply. Economists warn. Yeah, we've been warned about that. But hey, it's always good for them to report it so you can really see. Because see, people don't want to hear the men of the Lord. Alright? Y'all want to hear the so-called white man. But hey, it's all good because Yahweh Shema Shah been told you. Alright? And that's what matters. So you can't say you weren't warned. So the warning coming both sides. The righteous side and the left-hand side, which is the wicked. Now right here, 21 hours ago, Section 8 shutdown in Miami-Dade, over $77 million. Whole thousands left waiting. You see? If you're in Miami-Dade waiting on a Section 8 voucher, you might want to get comfortable. Your wait just got longer. The federal government has ordered the county to stop issuing most Section 8 rental vouchers after uncovering a major budget shortfall. And if Trump get this big beautiful bill passed, hey, look for more pain to come. Because they don't think this is just limited to Florida and Miami-Dade, but hey, in other states and locations too. Okay, we are in perilous times, man. Okay, very dangerous times. All right, and I think that's it. Now let's play this video. Breaking identity of alleged Idaho gunman revealed, man. All a part of the plan, man. Hey, so get ready for a police state very, very soon.
A gut-wrenching story out of Idaho. A procession lining the freeway early this morning in Spokane, Washington, saluting the two firefighters who lost their lives during an ambush attack that also sent a third firefighter to the hospital. The as-yet unidentified suspect is accused of starting a brush fire in a northern Idaho mountain range in an effort to lure first responders into a trap, where he then acted as a sniper to shoot at them once they arrived on scene to fight the blaze.
You hear that? That's the times we in. All right? You think they're coming to help you in the time of chaos? They're going to worry about themselves, their families. All right? You best believe it's going to be cliques. All right? And they not going to be on your side. They're going to be on their side.
The suspected gunman was found hours after the shooting by police in a wooded area with a weapon near his body. This is Outnumbered. I'm Emily Campagno, here with my co-host, Harris Faulkner, and also joining us today, Marie Harf, Fox News contributor and former State Department spokesperson under President Obama, Rosanna Scotto, Fox 5 New York anchor and host of The Underground Economy on Fox Nation, and John Yoo, former Deputy Assistant Attorney General, UC Berkeley law professor, and former Justice Clarence Thomas law clerk. Now first, let's go to Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt, live on the ground in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, with the latest. Jonathan.
Emily, some breaking news for you via the Associated Press, which is now reporting that law enforcement officials are telling them that the identity of the gunman in this tragic incident is Wes Rowley, as the Associated Press reports it. We believe he is in the region of 20 years old. We do not know anything else about that alleged gunman at this point. Meantime, investigators, of course, still trying to piece together everything that happened here. Last night, the bodies of the two firefighters who were killed were removed from the mountain here. They were shot dead, having gone to battle a fire around 1:30 p.m. Pacific time in the mountains here, but within minutes of arriving, found themselves instead facing sniper fire. A hidden sniper opening fire on them, prompting a frantic emergency call from another firefighter. Listen here.
We need law enforcement up here immediately. We've got another Coeur d'Alene firefighter down. We've got two unresponsive battalion chiefs, gunshot wounds, multiple gunshot wounds. Two Coeur d'Alene firefighters are down. I'm pinned down. It's clear to me that this fire was set intentionally to draw us in.
Police, SWAT teams, and FBI agents rushed to the scene, around 300 officers in all, and for some time they continued to take sniper fire, with the sheriff saying it was clearly a trap that was set. Listen to the sheriff.
You know, when you have an environment where you don't know where the bullets are coming from because of the trees and the shrubbery and what have you, it is daunting for police officers, let alone firefighters who are there just to put out the fire. So it's very, very difficult. Very difficult for drones or helicopters to see any individuals up there. So this was a total ambush, taken by surprise.
After several hours, members of a SWAT team discovered the body of a man. He was dead. There was a weapon nearby. And at that point, the sheriff declared that there was no longer a threat. And just to repeat the breaking news, the Associated Press reporting that the shooter has been identified to them by law enforcement officials as a young man called Wes Rowley. As for the condition of the wounded firefighter who was also evacuated from the mountain, he went through emergency surgery last night. The sheriff at that point described him as fighting for his life. We are told this morning that he is in stable condition. One small piece of good news in this terrible tragedy. Emily?
Indeed. Thank you so much. Rosanna, I cannot imagine a worse scenario than our brave first responders rushing to a fire to put it out and just ambushed, totally unprotected, and now to learn that likely the fire was started to lure them in. It's just abjectly terrifying.
So, Emily, I'm glad they have the suspected gunman in custody, or he's now passed. I don't care about him. I don't want to know his motive. I don't want to know his name. I don't want to know his background, his childhood, nothing. He killed 2 innocent firefighters who were running towards danger. They are unsung heroes. The people in that community lined the roadways yesterday as they brought their bodies to the morgue. I don't want to know about this guy. I want to know more about those unsung heroes. That's who I want to know about this morning.
Harris, I spoke with a few of my friends there in the Pacific Northwest who are part of the firefighting community, and they are just absolutely devastated and in shock. This is totally unexpected.
Yeah, and when you hear the real-time call for help and that the firefighters on the ground believe that it was set and they were drawn in, I mean, that's so jarring to know that they're taking incoming fire and they're telling the world what they think has happened. If you'll allow me, Emily, I want to save some of my time for you, John. Is this domestic terrorism?
We don't know yet. I think what we need to have is a full investigation. Unfortunately, we have to know everything about him and his background. In the short term, we need to understand, is it terrorism? Is anybody helping him? Was anybody working with him? That's why the FBI is there, to see if this is part of a larger conspiracy. And then I think we have to figure out ways to punish people like this to stop them. Because I totally agree. We have people rushing in to save people's lives. Mm-hmm. Now they have to worry about people shooting at them. Mm. So we have to figure out ways to deter people from ever doing this in the future. If there are people helping him, he's 20 years old, apparently his parents should have known. Then, unfortunately, they have to be investigated too. It reminds me of cases of minors who've had guns and done school shootings. And we have had to punish the parents for not reporting them if they've stolen guns, if they shouldn't have had weapons. I think we have to do that kind of full field investigation here too. In the long run, we have to think about culture. Shouldn't people be condemning the shooter and praising the firefighters?
Right. All of that is
We're going to talk, I think, later about people who won't condemn terrible speech. At the very least, our politicians should be able to condemn this kind of conduct.
Well, and you hit the reason why I asked that question. Are there add-ons legally if it's a certain category of crime? And you're right, it's too soon to know, but you answered that. Yeah, so we know that there will be, depending on what this is.
Yeah, and there's always enhancements that can be put on line and weight and the like. And I note, too, first of all, it's a smaller community there, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It's rural. It's a tight-knit community. And the first responder community is still reeling from the loss from the deaths there to the firefighters from the fires a few years ago. Mm-hmm. So this is a community that is still suffering from that. And then to have an ambush occur, it just absolutely defies logic, and it really shocks the conscience, Marie. Emily, I agree. That was the first thing I thought of when I saw this. Think about what the firefighting community has been through in Idaho, in California. Just think about the LA fires last year. Obviously a different area, but it's one community having been through so much devastation. And fires are getting worse. We know this just on their own in the West. And then to have one set on purpose to hurt them, I agree with you. It's shocking. And I agree with John. We need to know why he did this. We need to know the motive. We need to know how to prevent other people from doing it in the future. And the investigation is continuing. I'm glad the FBI is there. Yeah. And depending on the firefighter, many of them, the seasonal and the wildland and the lake and volunteer, they hold many jobs. That's right. Right. Yeah. And so I'm sure they are loved members of the community, and I look forward to learning more about the 2 firefighters that lost their lives, and we are certainly continuing to pray for the one in stable condition. Thank God.
Shalom.